I will start at 2:20. Let us wait for 3 minutes so that everyone can join. So we start with the second lesson. That, we start with the second lesson, that is DC motor velocity control using PWM. Now, in the first lesson, that was Introduction to Robotics, we have studied about the major components that are used in Firebird 5. We had seen that it has DC motors, it has servo motors, it has several sensors, it has its main brain, which is microcontroller Atmega 2560 based on AVR architecture. It has different battery support. It has, that is the power supply. It has different types of, many of the sensors are inbuilt, many of the sensors can be added on board. So now one thing that has to be remembered, which is important for this second lesson, is about the DC motor. If you remember, these motors were connected to the wheels and they were giving the movement to the wheels. We have studied the part called as actuators in the robot. What is the function of that actuators? The actuators are generally used for giving the movement. So how those movements are given? They are given by the actuators, and one of the actuator which is there inside the robot is this DC motor, to which the wheels are connected. As and when the motor moves, the wheels also keeps on moving. Now what are we going to do in this lesson is, what do you mean by velocity? Velocity is nothing but controlling the speed of that movement. Okay, so now if I say the motor is moving at 3000 rpm, 3000 rpm means those many rounds per second or those many rounds per minute. So if I want to control that rpm, I can control it by using this velocity control. And to control that speed, I am going to use this concept of PWM, which is called as pulse width modulation. So the robot, when the robot is going to move either ahead or behind or right or left, with the help of that motor, the wheels will be moving, and I'm going to control the speed of that wheels by using this velocity control and PWM, that is pulse width modulation. Okay. So what do you mean by PWM? It is nothing but the full form is the pulse width modulation. Okay. The pulse is the signal that goes high and low rapidly. Okay. Where what is the signal? Every signal has two values. It is either high or low. Okay. Now, how do we say that the signal is giving the pulses? It gives the pulses when it goes high. It stops giving the pulses. Presentation is not visible.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, it is
No,
visible.
ma'am.
Not visible now.
Okay, just a minute. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So what is it? DC motor velocity control using PWM. So we are going to control the speed of the wheels of the robot by using this PWM. So what is this PWM? It is a pulse width modulation. So that pulse is nothing but a signal. Every signal has two values. It either goes up or it goes down. That is low. If when it goes up, it is high. When it goes down, it is low. So whenever the pulse is generated, which means what? The pulse is high. When the pulses are not generated, which means what? The pulse is low. So value becomes high when it is 1. The value becomes 0 when it is low. Okay. PWM is a method of transmitting the information on series of pulses. So what is getting transmitted as information? The pulses are getting transmitted. And based on these pulses, I am identifying whether there is a movement or not. So whenever the pulse is high, there is a movement. So whenever there's a continuous movement, that means continuously the pulses are high. Whenever there is a stop in the robot, that means the pulses are going low and hence the robot has been stopped. The data that is transmitted is encoded on the width of these pulses to control the amount of power being sent to the load. Now what is happening? The data is getting transmitted. Which data? Either high or low, either 1 or 0. 1 means there is a movement, 0 means there is no movement. So this data which is getting transmitted is encoded on the width of the pulse. Okay. And then this count is used to control the amount of the power. So what is our main aim? To get this data transmitted. Once it is transmitted, it has to get encoded. Once it is encoded, whatever is the amount of power that is generated, that should be loaded, so that in that way we can reduce the speed of the particular robot. Now you may not understand it at this point of time, but as we go ahead through the presentation, you will understand how are we going to control that. So now where is this particular PWM concept used? It is used in electric stoves. It is used in lamp dimmers. It is used in robots. Okay. Now you might have seen such kind of electric gas stoves. Okay, which works on the connection of the power supply. Supply de do, iska, the lights will go on and it will automatically do the work of heating up. So how is that working done? It is done based on this PWM. Okay, pulses milte hai, high hote hai, therefore heat is generated. When it is going low, it is trying to get cooler. Similarly, you have such type of lamp dimmers also. Now what is lamp dimmer? As soon as you keep on rotating this wheel, it keeps on dimming that much amount of light. तो लाइट डिम हो रहा है, मतलब उसका पावर कम हो रहा है, इसलिए लाइट डिम हो रहा है. Okay, so the main concept of this PWM is to reduce the amount of power or to reduce the amount of velocity in any of the product. Maybe it is that electric stove, or maybe it is a lamp, or maybe it is a robot. It is used to reduce the speed or to reduce the frequency. We make use of this pulse width modulation. Okay, is this clear? What is pulse width modulation? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, since it is a type of a waveform, every waveform has a duty cycle. Now, what is that duty cycle? As I said, the pulses are going high, pulses are going low. Whenever it is high, it is getting counted. Whenever it is low, it is getting stopped. So it is, the cycle looks like this, a square waveform. Okay. So the signal remains on for some time, and then it goes off for some time. So right now the signal has two values. One value is 0 volt, other value is 5 volts. Whenever it is going high, that means it is going up till 5 volts. It stays for 5 volts for some time. Again, when it is coming down or when it is going low, it is coming back to 0 volts. That means it is not working. Again, when it is working, it will go to 5 volts. It will remain in that 5 volts until when it is working. Once if it has stopped working, it will come back to 0 volts. So whenever it is going from 0 to 5, that period is called as T on. Why? Because it is in the on and the pulses are counted. Whenever it is going from 5 to 0, it is coming to an off position and the pulses are not counted. Okay. So it may happen that many a times it is continuously 5 volts and for many a times it is continuously 0 volts. Or it may be fluctuating from 0 to 5, 5 to 0, 0 to 5 and so on. Okay. So whenever it is on, we call it as T on. Whenever it is off, we call it as T off. Okay. So when it is on, that means the input remains high. Whenever it is off, the input goes low. High means 1 and low means 0. Okay. When the output is low, the voltage will be 0. And when the output is high, the voltage will be 5. Why? Because we have marked it as 0 and 5. If I want to change it to 0 and 10, I can change it to 0 and 10 also. So whenever it is high, it will go till 10 volts. Whenever it is low, it will go till 0 volts. Okay. So this can vary depending upon how much ever electrical supply, how much ever voltage you want to give. Okay. Now, how do we calculate this time period? On this duty cycle, you can see some arrow of a time period. What is that time period? From the point it has started and it has completed the one cycle. That is what is called as time period. So how do we calculate? We calculate the time period as amount of the time it was T on plus amount the time it was T off. So T on plus T off value of the entire cycle is considered to be as time period. But how do we calculate the duty cycle? That means how many on and how many off did it take in the entire cycle is called as duty cycle. कितनी बार वो on हुआ, कितनी बार वो off हुआ, उसका percentage क्या है? That is what is called as duty cycle. So how do we calculate that duty cycle? We calculate it as T on plus T off divided by T on into 100. That will give me the percentage of the entire duty cycle. I repeat. Time period मतलब क्या? कि वो कितना time चला? तो कितना टाइम चला? टी ऑन प्लस टी ऑफ उतना टाइम चला. बट व्हेन आई वांट टू कैलकुलेट कि उसने कितना परसेंटेज कवर किया है, दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज ड्यूटी साइकिल. सो हाउ डू आई कैलकुलेट ड्यूटी साइकिल? इट इज T on plus T off divided by the value of T on into 100, which will give me the percentage, which is nothing but that much percentage has been taken to complete that particular entire signal. So if the percentage is 75, that means 75% laga usko to complete that one cycle from going to on and off to on or whatever it was. Are you understanding this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us see one example. Now we have a signal which is going high initially and it is going low continuously later. So what will be my time period? It is T on plus T off. ठीक है. तो on कितने मिनट के कितने टाइम के लिए? खाली एक टाइम के लिए हाई है वो. कहाँ से कहाँ तक? See, going from 0 to 5, remaining 5 for one particular line and then again remaining low for entire thing. Now, if you count those number of columns, I have called. Can you see the arrow on the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is column 1. This is column 2. This is column 3. This is column 4 and so on. Can you see those columns of blue lines?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो वैसे कितने columns है? Column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see that there are total 8 columns? कहाँ से कहाँ तक? जहां से टाइम पीरियड चालू हो रहा है और जहाँ पे खत्म हो रहा है उतना. कितने कॉलम्स है? टोटल 8 कॉलम्स. ओके. सो हाउ मच इज द एंटायर साइकिल? इट इज गोइंग अप टिल 8, स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. हाउ मच इज द वोल्ट? 0 to 5. अभी हाई कितने टाइम के लिए है? एक ही फर्स्ट कॉलम के लिए हाई है, विच इज टी ऑन. फॉर रिमेनिंग 7 इट इज टी ऑफ. So how much is the time period? Time period is 1 plus 7, which is equal to 8. Did you understood up till here?
Yes,
Ma'am,
हाँ,
Yes, ma'am.
What will be the unit of the time period?
unit of the, there is no unit of the time period. We call it as cycle only.
Okay, ma'am.
हाँ, we write it as cycle, 7 cycle, 8 cycle, 1 cycle, like this. Okay, and that cycle includes T on plus T off. अगर T on separate बोलना है तो we write T on is equal to 1 cycle, T off is equal to 7 cycle, time period is equal to 8 cycles, like this. Okay, so have you understood how is the time period? It is T on plus T off. तो T on एक cycle था, T off total 7 cycle है. Therefore, it is total time period is 8 cycles. How much is the volt? 0 to 5 volts hai. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volts that you can see in the diagram. Now, how will you calculate duty cycle? Duty cycle is T on plus T off divided by T on, and then for taking out the percentage by multiplying into 100. So what you will do is 1 plus 7 divided by 1 into 100. So that comes to be 12.5%. So that is what is the duty cycle. Okay. See, this is, you don't have to do all this calculation. This is just to understand how the duty cycle is calculated. Okay. Similarly, we have one more example. Now here again, how much is the time period? We will count the columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again 8. For how much period it is T on? It is T on for cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4, cycle 5, cycle 6. So T on is equal to 6 cycle. T off is equal to 2 cycles. So total time period is 6 plus 2 is equal to 8 cycles. What will be duty? Duty cycle is T on, that is 6, plus T off, that is 2, divided by T on, which is 6, into 100, which will be the percentage coming out to be 75%. So how much time did this cycle take to complete its entire pulse is the 75% of duty cycle. So 75% duty cycle was required to complete this voltage from going to 0 to 5 and again coming back from 5 to 0. Is this understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
Now, next we will see what are the timers in AVR. Now, AVR is what it is with respect to your, what is AVR? It is nothing but the architecture that is used in ATmega 2560. जो आपका माइक्रो कंट्रोलर है 2560, उसमें कौन से timers use हो रहे हैं, that we are going to see now. Now, what is this timers in AVR? They are used to generate this pulse width signal. तो ये जो signal हम यहाँ पे पढ़ रहे थे, ये कौन generate करता है? They will be generated by these timers, which are there inside that Firebird 5. So it is a function of that timer to generate these pulse width modulation. Okay. With the help of whom these pulse width modulations or PWM waveforms will be generated along with the timer, microcontroller will also be used. Both of them will be working together to generate these waveforms. So जो timer है, जैसे सेंसर हमने एडिशनली लगाया है Firebird 5 पे, सिमिलरली टाइमर भी लगाया है. So timer and the microcontroller 2560 will work together and then they will generate these pulse width modulation, because of which we are going to control the speed of our robot with the help of that DC motor. So the AVR microcontroller ATmega 2560 has 2 8-bit timers. कितने टाइमर है? 2 टाइमर है. कितने बिट्स के हैं? 8 बिट्स के हैं. The name of the first timer is timer 0. The name of the second timer is timer 2. So ये 2 timers use हो रहे हैं, which will coordinate with the microcontroller to generate that pulse width modulation. Okay. Along with that, you also have some other timers which are of 16 bits. ये जो 2 टाइमर है वो 8 बिट्स के हैं, उसके साथ 16 बिट्स के भी टाइमर्स है. वो कितने हैं? timers, out of which 2 are used as 8 bits and 4 are used as 16 bits. Now this depends on what is our application and how are we going to use that application. Okay. Timer is incremented by 1 for every clock cycle. तो ये जो clock cycle है, this we call it as clock cycle या फिर square waveform या clock cycle. तो जब भी एक cycle generate होती है, timer अपने आप increment होता है. तो just to count how many clock cycle it has used to generate that particular waveform. Okay. When the counter reaches its maximum count, it rolls over and executes from a start. अभी ये काउंटर क्या है? ये टाइमर के साथ ही रहेगा. That will I will explain you in the next slide. So ये जो टाइमर है, which is used to generate this PWM signal, it is also counting some clock cycles. Once that clock cycle reaches the maximum, it will stop there. it will convert that value into 0 and restart it again. तो अगर अभी टाइमर का मैक्सिमम 10 है सपोज, तो वो कहां से स्टार्ट करेगा? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. जैसे ही उसका मैक्सिमम 10 पहुंच गया, अगेन इट विल स्टार्ट काउंटिंग फ्रॉम 0 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. अगर वो 10 प्लस 10 में काम हो गया, दैट मीन्स हाउ मेनी साइकिल्स डिड इट टेक टू कंप्लीट? टोटल 20. पहले 10 मैक्सिमम पहुंच गया, इसलिए वापस उसने 0 से स्टार्ट किया, तो दूसरा 0 से 10, ऐसा. ओके, सो एवरी काउंटर हैज इट्स डिफरेंट मैक्सिमम काउंट, and depending on that maximum count it will reach up till its maximum value. जैसे ही उसने maximum value पे reach हो गया, it will again restart the counting from 0. That means it will store the previous count and again restart the second count from initially from 0. Okay, तो ये जो 8 bit के counters है, उसका maximum value कितना है? 255. That means they will count from 0 to 255. अगर उसका काम वो cycle में नहीं हुआ, तो again it will start from next 0 to next 255. Okay, so timer 0 and timer 2 has a maximum of 255, and remaining 16 bit counters, which is 1 3 4 5, they will be counting up till 65535 counts. Are you understanding this?
Yes,
Are you all there?
yes, ma'am. Yes,
हाँ.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, सो ये काउंटिंग क्यों होता है? To just see how many clock cycles are required to complete that movement, either of going ahead or coming behind or taking right or taking left, whatever it is. And how we are controlling the speed? We are controlling the speed by using these timers for generating this PWM signals. Okay. Now timer for PWM generation in Firebird. Let us see how these timers are used for generating this PWM in our Firebird 5 robot. Timer 5 can be used for PWM generation and for controlling the speed of motors. So इसमें से जितने भी timers है 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, उसमें से Firebird 5 में which we are going to use timer 5. How many bits? 16 bits. Maximum count 65535. ठीक है? So we are going to use this timer 5 to generate these pulses and to control the speed of the motor. Which motor? DC motor, जिसको wheel connected है. तो जैसे ही उसका स्पीड कम हो जाएगा, उतने कम स्पीड से व्हील घूमेगा और उतने ही कम स्पीड से आपका रोबोट भी चलेगा. ओके, सो हाउ वी कंट्रोल द स्पीड of the robot? We control the speed of this robot by using this timer 5, which will generate this PWM signals, and because of which automatically the speed will be reduced. Duty cycle can be changed for every cycle. So ये जो duty cycle है that we just studied, this can be changed for each and every cycle. That means we can increase and decrease the voltage. अगर मुझे चाहिए कि एक राउंड वो 5 वोल्ट पे घूमना चाहिए, तो एक 5 वोल्ट पे I can make it turn. If I want it should take right turn in 10 volts, so I can also change the duty cycle and make it turn towards right for 10 volts. Okay, so I have this flexibility in timer 5 where I can change the amount, or I can change the duty cycle and in each and every cycle. That means I can change the voltage in each and every duty cycle. Now we use the timer in the fast mode. Why do we use in the fast mode? Is that because it varies the speed of the motor. The main purpose is what? To change the speed, or to either to reduce or to increase. So how can I reduce or how can I change the speed? By making this timer using in the fast mode. Now this timer has different modes of working. We will see that modes also. But if I make to operate it in the fast mode, I can allow that motor, or I can allow that robot to reduce or increase the speed according to whatever I want. Okay? To program the PWM, we have to use certain register also. So खाली timer और counter से काम नहीं होगा. We also have to make use of certain registers also. Which are those registers? We are going to use 4 registers. First is TCCR5A, TCCR5B, TCNT5, and OCR5N. Let us see what is this TCCR5A. It is timer counter control register A. Timer for T, counter for C, control for C, R register 5 by, because it is timer 5 and register name is A. Same timer counter control register 5B. Name of the register is 5B. Then we have only timer counter 5, which is of 16 bits. And we have output compare register, which is of 16 bits. Okay? So these 4 registers are used. Along with that, the timer and the counters are used for generating this PWM waveforms. Let us see TCCR5A. What is TCCR5A? It is timer counter control register. What is it used for? It is used to configure the time for PWM generation. That means ये waveform कौन से time पे generate होने चाहिए, कितना देर चलना चाहिए, all that will be decided by this particular register. What happens between the compare match TCNT files and OCR file occurs, which means what? ये जो दो register है ना, timer counter and compare register, along that is whenever I'm using these register A, along with this register A, I am going to use these two register also, because if I don't use these register, I will not have this PWM generation properly. Now this will get more clear to you when we come and see this particular diagram. ठीक है, जब ये डायग्राम पढ़ेंगे हम तभी आपको समझेगा कि वो दो रजिस्टर्स टाइमर काउंटर और आउटपुट कंपेयर रजिस्टर्स क्यों यूज किए गए. Okay, just remember right now कि when I'm using this particular register A, 5A, along with that I am going to use this TCNT and OCR. ठीक है, एक काउंटर का काम करता है और एक कंपैरिजन का काम करता है. Okay, it controls the counting sequence of counter. तो काउंटर कितना काउंट करता है, 1 2 3 4 5, उसका सीक्वेंस और उसका काउंटिंग कौन कंट्रोल करेगा? इट विल बी कंट्रोल्ड बाय दीज रजिस्टर. ठीक है. It selects the mode in which the timer is working. We have seen that we are going to make work in which mode? Fast mode. So by using that, we are going to see that which mode is selected and the timer is working in which mode. It can work in phase correct PWM mode. It can work in phase and frequency PWM mode. It can work in this fast mode also. So these are the different names of the modes. एक तो है phase correct, एक है phase and frequency. सबका काम अलग अलग है. But fast mode का काम क्या है? To vary the speed of the motor. Therefore, we are going to select this particular mode. And who will be selecting that mode? It will be selected by this TCCR5A register. Okay. Now see this diagram. हर एक bit को एक एक values दिया है. We have COM5A1, COM5A0, COM5B1, COM5B0, COM5C1, COM5C0, WG for waveform generations. Okay, one waveform generation 1, waveform generation 0. Now what is this COM5A, COM5A0, A1, B1, B0, C1, C0? These are compare output mode channels. So we have three channels, channel A, channel B, channel C. Channel A has two values, 1 and 0, which has respective bit value also. तो अगर A1 है तो bit value 1 है, A0 है तो bit value 0 है, B1 है तो bit value 1 है, B0 है तो bit value 0 है. Again, if it is C channel, if it is C1, bit value is 1. If it is C0, bit value is 0. The remaining two are used for waveform generation. ओके यहाँ पे सब कंपैरिजन का काम होगा, उसने कितना काउंट लिया, कितना स्टेप्स लिया, कितना पावर जनरेट किया, कितना स्पीड जनरेट किया. ऑल दिस विल बी कैलकुलेटेड बाय दीज चैनल्स. Once it is calculated, based on those bits value, your waveform will be generated. Which waveform? Your PWM waveform. So if the waveform is generated, the bit will be set to either 0 or 1, depending upon which is the symbol selected. Okay, whether it is WGM11 selected or WGM10 selected. Okay. Now see. How many compare output modes did we have? We had channel A, channel B and channel C. A में क्या था? A0, A1, B में था B0, B1, C में था C0, C1. ठीक है. Now in which mode we are operating? We are operating in the fast mode. Why we want to operate in the fast mode? Because if we don't operate in that fast mode, we cannot change the velocity. So since our main aim is to change the velocity of the robot, therefore we have to select this mode of operation, and hence we have to select either of these channels, either A channel, B channel or C channel. So ये तीनों भी channels है. All these channels are set to some bits. What are those bits? Either 00, 01, 10 or 11. If it is 00, it is in the normal operation mode, which is disconnected. If it is in 01, your waveform generated are different, that is 14, 15, it is toggling something and it is not giving us a proper output. Now, if the bit selected is 10, what is it going to do? It will first clear the previous contents. Previous contents मतलब जो पहले values लिखे हैं ABC channels में, उसको वो रिमूव करेगा. It will set it to new value which is in the non-inverting mode. Non-inverting mode मतलब वो उसके values कभी change ही नहीं होंगे until and unless you program it. Now what I'm trying to tell over here is what we are doing. In the previous slide we saw that we want to reduce the speed or reduce the velocity of our robot. So to do that we are using or we are selecting a robot in the fast mode. So when I select the robot in the fast mode, I have to compulsorily use 3 channels. Which are those 3 channels? Either A, B or C. Now when I'm selecting these channels, based on the values of this selection, these waveforms will be generated. Okay? So to select those values are predefined. They can be either 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 or 1, 1. But which will give me a proper output if the value is set to 1, 0. So when a channel, let us assume a channel A is selected, तो A का वैल्यू क्या होना चाहिए 1, 0. अगर B है तो B का वैल्यू क्या होना चाहिए 1, 0. अगर चैनल C है तो C का वैल्यू क्या होना चाहिए 1, 0. अगर 0, 0 या 0, 1 या 1, 1 इसमें से किसमें भी है तो it is going to work. It will move forward, it will go behind, it will take right, it will take left, everything will do. But हमारा काम क्या है? It should reduce the velocity or it should reduce the speed or it should vary the speed. That is done only when it is set to 1 and 0. How? What it will do? It will remove the previous content. मतलब previous content को reset करके नए contents में नया contents डालेगा and then by using those new contents it will be changing the speed or calculating the speed and making the robot work according to that particular speed. Are you understanding up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके सो दिस डजंट मीन कि अगर मैंने ये दूसरी कोई वैल्यू सेट की तो वेवफॉर्म्स जनरेट नहीं होगा या मेरा रोबोट नहीं चलेगा. वेवफॉर्म भी जनरेट होंगे, रोबोट्स भी चलेंगे, बट जो स्पीड हमको चाहिए वो स्पीड प्रॉपर नहीं होगा. प्रॉपर करने के लिए वी हैव टू मेक देम सेट इन दिस बिट्स ओनली 1, 0. ओके नाउ सी we said that we'll be using 2 register A and register B. So this waveform generation bits, ये कौन से bits थे? Compare output bits. This way these bits from 2 to 7. 2 to 7 bits क्या set होने चाहिए? Either 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 or 1, 1. But which is the preferred bit set for changing the velocity? It is 0, 1. Now we will check for the waveform generation. Waveform generation के लिए क्या होना चाहिए? Your waveform generation bit should be 0, 1, 0, 1. If it is 0, 1, 0, 1, it is operating in fast PWM. So if what is written over here that it should operate in which mode? Fast mode. So to make it operate in fast mode, your waveform generation bits should be 0, 1, 0, 1. So if it is 0, 1, 0, 1, then only it is operating in fast pulse width modulation for 8 bits. Okay. If you see remaining, they are for different uses. एक है fast PWM 10 bits, एक है fast PWM 9 bits. Then if you can read, it is PWM phase compact 10 bits, phase compact 9 bit. But हमको क्या चाहिए? Fast PWM 8 bit. So since I want fast WM 8 bits, so I am going to keep this waveform wave generation bits as 0, 1, 0, 1. So what did we understood from here? All these 2-3 slides is, first of all, to generate this particular waveforms I require 5 timer. Along with that I also require some registers, that is register A and register B. Since these registers are operating in different channels and to generate those waveforms in different channels, I have to first select the appropriate bits for channel and then I have to select the appropriate bits for waveforms, which will indirectly turn the entire timer into the fast mode, which will help me to reduce or increase the speed or the velocity of my robot. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Then next we have is register B. जैसे register A था, we have register B also. What is this register B used for? It is used to configure the timer for PWM generation. So as I said, we use both the register for generation A as well as register B. Both is used with this timer 5 for generating of pulse width modulation waveform. Now along with this in register B, वो waveform तो generate करेगा, उसके साथ उसको क्या लगता है input में? It will require a clock input to the timer. ठीक है, ये जो timer है, which we are using here, timer 5. ये timer 5 कब activate होगा? जब भी उसको clock signal मिलेगा तभी. Now, if you remember in your CPM, we had seen that your motherboard also has a timer or it has a clock. When it receives that clock or signal of a clock, then only it operates. If you remember, we had also studied synchronous and asynchronous signals. Synchronous does not wait for any clock input. As soon as it receives the data, it will start working on the data. Whereas if it is synchronous, it requires the clock input. जब भी clock का input आएगा, तभी system काम करना चालू करेगा. So similarly, your register B also is going to work based on this clock input. तो जब भी clock से input मिलेगा या clock से कुछ interrupt होगा, तभी timer start होगा, तभी आपका generation pulse width का होगा. Without that, if the timer is not being activated through the clock, none of the waveforms will be generated and there won't be any change in the speed of the robot. Okay. So what are here also again we have few bits, out of which the first three 0, 1, 2 these are for clock select. ठीक है, तो ये clock select के जो values रहेंगे उसके हिसाब से clock input timer को मिलेगा and then the timer will be activated and then these PWM waveforms will be generated. So what are the timers? See, it is the timer bit will be set to 0, 1, 1. So if it is set to 0, 1, 1 means what? It is working in the frequency of 164. Okay, clock input /64. That means it is working with a clock input of 164. Now, if you remember, your processor also works at a speed 1 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, 3 gigahertz, 3.2 gigahertz like this. So your robot and the clock of the robot also works on the frequency. So what is that frequency? If the input is 0, 1, 1, it is going to work on 164th frequency. If it is 1, 0, 0, it will work on 1 by 256 frequency. So the normal Firebird 5 requires the frequency 1 by 64 and therefore we are selecting these clock input as 0, 1, 1. ठीक है? So जब भी ये clock 0, 1, 1 input देगा 1 by 64th frequency का, तभी timer on होगा. Once that timer is activated, your channels will be selected, your waveform output will be selected, those bits will be set and then the waveform will be generated. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, along with those two registers, we had seen that we have this TCNT file. What is that TCNT file? It is timer counter file. That means timer file and counter file. What are these? We know what is the use of timer file. Why is that timer file used? For the generation of PWM signals. अभी counter file क्यों use होगा? To count the up and down of the clock frequency. तो ये जो clock frequency यहाँ पे मिल रही है, वो कितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी अप था, कितना फ्रीक्वेंसी डाउन था आपके सिग्नल में, दैट विल बी काउंटेड बाय दिस काउंटर. वो काउंटर का साइज क्या है? इट इज अ 16 बिट काउंटर. इफ इट कितना काउंट करेगा? 0 to 255 अगर 8 बिट्स है, और अगर 16 बिट्स है तो कितना काउंट करेगा? 0 to 65535. So we will be generally using this 8 bits, but if you want we can add on the another timer as well as another counter for 16 bits to make the signals count up till 0 to 65535. Okay, so timer is used for generating, counter will count how many pulses are generated. How much is the maximum count it can check? From 0 to 255 if it is 8 bits and 0 to 65535 if it is 16 bits. Okay. Next or the last register is OCR5N. What is OCR5N? OCR stands for output compare register. What it is going to compare? It compares itself from TCNT counter and sets the flag when the match occurs. मतलब ये counter compare register किसके साथ काम करेगा? ये counter के साथ काम करेगा. What it will do? जब भी उसको match मिलेगा, वो flag का value set करेगा. Match मतलब जब भी उसको pulse high मिला, तो flag high हो जाएगा, वो value count होगा. जब भी उसको match नहीं मिला मतलब value 0 हो गया, तभी वो count नहीं करेगा and it will set the flag to 0. So what I'm talking about is, what is this flag set to? Either 0 or 1. When the counter is counting the value, counter means this counter, counter 5. जब भी उसको pulse मिल रहा है, value count हो रहा है, मतलब match मिल रहा है और flag 1 set हो रहा है, that is pulse 1 is generated. जब भी उसको match नहीं मिल रहा है, that means counter is not counting anything, it is not getting any pulses, hence the value set is 0. Okay. So this is also a 16-bit register. इसमें जो N है OCRN, what is this N? This N is nothing but 3 sub registers. इसके अंदर भी 3 रजिस्टर है. कौन से है? A, B और C. तीनों कितने बिट्स के हैं? 16 बिट्स के हैं. Each can be used individually as a separate PWM channel. So कैसे हमारे पास रजिस्टर A के पास जो 5 चैनल थे, 3 चैनल थे ABC. Similarly, your OCR also has 3 channels A, B and C which are of 16 bits. Either you use them together or you use channel only A, channel only B or channel only C. Now this register is divided into 2, lower bits and higher bits. So since it is of 16 bits, so lower 8 bits are represented as OCR N phi L and the higher 8 bits are represented as OCR 5N H. Okay? PWM generated is 8 bit, so only lower register is used. तो अभी जो हमारा waveform generate हो रहा है वो कितने bit का है? सिर्फ 8 bit का है. Why? Because I have used fast mode 8 bits. Do you remember? It is selected fast mode as 8 bits. तो हमारा सिग्नल कितना bit का generate होगा? 8 bit का. तो भले ये 16 bit का है, out of which I am going to use only lower 8 bits. I won't be using higher 8 bits. Why I won't use higher 8 bits? Because my signal generated is only of 8 bits. Okay, so I won't be using the higher 8 bits. Where is this connected on the robot? They are connected on port 3, one to the left motor, and port 4, one to the right motor. So जो lower bits है, sorry, A register है, that is connected to left motor, and B register is connected to the right motor, that is A and B channels. So if you use A channel, it will be port 3. If you use B channel, it will be port 4. Are you understanding this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now see this diagram.
Yes, ma'am.
As we said that our compare register OCR is of 16 bits. So see, these are the lower 8 bits, the bottom line, and the above are higher 8 bits. So since signal generated is only of lower 8 bits, so we use only that lower 8 bits. Now let us understand this diagram, which is more important. It is not getting enlarged. Can you see the image clearly? Are you able to see?
No, ma'am.
कुछ भी नहीं दिख रहा है?
Names नहीं दिख रहे.
अच्छा, I will read out the names, but can you see the pointer? मेरा pointer दिख रहा है? Can you see the pointer?
Yes.
At least tell yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
हाँ,
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. अभी सुनो. What do we have over here? This is TCNT. TCNT मतलब क्या? Timer 5 और counter 5. ठीक है. What is this? This is OCR. Our compare registers. ठीक है. Output compare registers which are divided into 2. अभी just देखा ना these two. H and L. Okay. तो one is L, one is H. Then can you see this? This is a 16-bit comparator. Then this is your waveform generator. So to generate our pulse width modulation or PWM waveforms, what are we doing? We are using this TCNT counter as well as timer 5. Along with that, I am using this OCRN output comparator. Both of them, they will give that values to this 16-bit comparator. Comparator will make the count, check the pulses, set the flag, and then it will generate this respective waveforms. So what is this diagram trying to tell you? That whatever we have studied till from here, that is register 5A, register 5B, your waveform generator bits, your timer counter 5, and your output compare register, all of them are used together. The input received by all of them is given to this 16-bit comparator, which will compare, set the respective values. If the pulse is received, then it will count as 1. If the pulse is not received, it will count as 0. As and when it has received 1, the waveform will go high. As and when it has received 0, the waveform will come down, and then it will generate the respective waveform after all the pulses are being received. This is how your waveforms will be generated. Are you observing this? So whenever your TCNT is going low, your output comparator is also going low. Whenever your TCNT tries to go high, your output also goes high. Are you seeing it in the diagram? Whenever your TCNT is less than the value of OCR, the output will be low. Whenever the value of TCNT is more than OCR, the output will be high. ये काम कौन कर रहा है? This is done by this waveform generator. किसके बेसिस पे? ये TCNT के बेसिस पे और ये आउटपुट कंपेरेटर के बेसिस पे. तो जब भी TCNT का वैल्यू हाई है आपके OCR के वैल्यू के हिसाब से, तभी पल्स क्या मिल रहा है? लो. So output waveform generated will be low. But whenever the value of TCNT is less than OCR, the output goes high and the waveform generated will be high. Are you understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now to write a C program, अभी ये हमने सब समझ लिया कि क्या क्या रजिस्टर लगेगा, how the speed will be controlled, by how the waveforms will be generated. But how are we going to write this in a C program? We will first require to mention the port pin configuration. हमको पहले पोर्ट स्पेसिफाई करने पड़ेंगे. As we just saw, port A and port B, ये दोनों भी पोर्ट्स लगेंगे. Okay. If you are changing the ports, you have to change that particular ports in the C program also. So what do we first do is we first configure the pins as output. मतलब output कौन से pins पे दिखना चाहिए, that we are going to write over here. By using which function? By using this void motion pin configuration function. What is this program telling right now? कि port A is used for motion control and port L is for velocity control. Motion control means what? Port A जो है उस पे क्या आउटपुट दिखेगा? Whether the robot is going forward or backward or right or left. That 4 movements will be tracked by which port? By port A. Therefore, it is for motion control. Port L, what it will do? With which particular speed is your motor going ahead, your motor going behind, your motor going left and your motor going right. Okay. So जितने motions आपने इधर set किए हैं उतने ही motions का speed कौन सा पोर्ट चेक करेगा? पोर्ट नंबर L. ठीक है. Now we will decide the pulse width modulation initialization by using this timer 5 function. We will be using all the registers and we will be setting the values to that register. Using which mode? Fast mode. How many bits? 8 bits. ठीक है. कौन से registers use किए हैं? phi A, phi B, phi H higher bits, phi L lower bits, AH higher, AH lower, that is channel A higher, channel A lower, channel B higher and channel B lower. All the values are set. Okay, so pulse जो port L पे velocity change हो रहा है, that velocity change is used or is being checked by using what? By checking this timer 5.
Ma'am, I just want to confirm, are we on the 18th slide because we are stuck on 18th
Yes, ma'am.
slide?
18 स्लाइड पे आपको क्या दिख रहा है?
मैम ब्लैंक है और छोटू सा इमेज है.
अच्छा नो यार
एक मैम वो YouTube का स्क्रीनशॉट था. हाँ हो गया.
अभी सिंटैक्स दिखा?
हाँ मैम, अभी दिखा.
हाँ मैम.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
अच्छा ठीक है. ओके. सी दिख रहा है ना अभी प्रोग्राम?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So see what I was explaining here. When we write a C program, what we have to mention in the program is first we have to write the ports on which we are going to observe the output. तो हमारा आउटपुट क्या है कि रोबोट मूव होना चाहिए और कौन सी तो स्पीड से मूव होना चाहिए. जो भी स्पीड है वो स्पीड भी हमको बताना चाहिए. ओके. So how am I going to make the robot move? By using port A. So port A is for what? Motion control. Going ahead, coming behind, going right, going left. ठीक है. Port L. Port L will do what? It will check the velocity. कौन से स्पीड से आगे जा रहा है, कितने स्पीड से पीछे आ रहा है, कितने स्पीड से राइट में जा रहा है, कितने स्पीड से लेफ्ट में जा रहा है. Is this understood up till here? Yes. Are you all there or you are disconnected?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
हाँ.
Yes मैम.
ठीक है. तो हमने डिसाइड किया कि ये दो पोर्ट्स पे हमको आउटपुट दिखेगा. नेक्स्ट, टू जनरेट दैट वेव फॉर्म्स on port number L and to decide the velocity, we have to use timer 5 as we just studied. So we have mentioned that we are going to use this timer 5 function. टाइमर 5 फंक्शन क्या बोल रहा है, जितने भी रजिस्टर्स है सारे रजिस्टर्स के वैल्यू को इनिशियलाइज करो। कौन से मोड में? फास्ट मोड में। कहां से स्टार्ट होना चाहिए? 8 बिट का होना चाहिए। सो कैन यू सी दैट कमेंट, सेट द रजिस्टर वैल्यूज फॉर स्टार्टिंग द entire robot in a fast mode with 8 bits. Okay, so we have used all the register 5A, 5B, then 5B lower, 5B higher, AL lower, AH higher. ठीक है, सबके values we have set. This is fixed, you cannot change these values, these are predefined. Then after this, what we will be seeing, what are we supposed to mention in the main program? What we are going to write in the main program is, we have our main function. We will initialize the devices. The robot will go forward by using this forward function. When it goes forward, it will go forward with how much speed? 100, 100. So velocity is 100, 100. That means it will go forward with 100, 100. Again, it will wait. That means delay. So it will wait for 500 milliseconds. Again, it will go forward with some another velocity, that is 0, 255. Again, it will take delay of 500 milliseconds, and this will go on continue in the loop. So right now in the main program, we have given option of only forward. But similarly, if you want to go for backward, you can create one more function over here as backward and repeat the steps, where you will first define the velocity, with what velocity it will go behind. That means with what speed it will go behind. If you want to make it delay or wait, make it wait and close the back function. If you want only 0 to 255, because that timer can count how many counts? If it is 8 bit, it can count only 0 to 255. Do you remember that? अभी हमने जस्ट देखा ना कि अगर 8 बिट में और अगर फास्ट मोड में है तो टाइमर कितना काउंट कर सकता है? 0 to 255 ही काउंट कर सकता है. सो व्हेनेवर आई गिव द वेलोसिटी, आई कैन नॉट गिव इट मोर देन 255. अगर मोर देन 255 दिया तो मुझे टाइमर 16 बिट का यूज करना पड़ेगा. सो इफ यू इंक्रीज द वैल्यू, मैक्सिमम 250 में मतलब मैक्सिमम उतने स्पीड से चलेगा. एज यू रिड्यूस द वैल्यू उतना स्पीड रिड्यूस होगा. ठीक है, सो इफ आई गिव 10, 20, 30 मतलब उतना स्लो चलेगा. इफ आई गिव 200 तो उतना थोड़ा फास्ट चलेगा. 255 मींस इट इज रनिंग ऑन इट्स मैक्सिमम स्पीड. ठीक है, सो राइट नाउ ओनली फॉरवर्ड फंक्शन इज डिफाइंड, बट अलोंग विथ फॉरवर्ड you can have backward, right, left also. Then last is the velocity function. How do you define a velocity function? By using this OCR, which is going to compare your output. OCR is output compare register. So we will be using AH and BL, sorry, AL and BL. Why both lower bits? Because we want to generate the signal of 8 bits only. So since we are moving it with 2 velocity, 2 velocity से move कर रहे हैं, इसलिए हमने 2 OCR use किया है. अगर 4 velocity use करोगे तो 4 OCR use करना पड़ेगा. So how much ever velocity you add, those many OCRs you have to connect, and all those OCR lower bits will be used because we are using total 8 bits for generating the speed of the robot. Is this understood up till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts so far?
No, ma'am.
Now if you see the slides ahead to this, whatever functions we have used here, like this, wait, initializing device, forward, backward, right, left, all this can be seen over here. तो अगर आपको backward ऐड करना है तो आपको backward कैसे ऐड करना है, that has been told. Forward कैसे ऐड करना है तो forward is been written. Okay, you can, if you want, you can see them. Motion control, all this has been added. See, forward, back, left, right. So it will move with that particular speed. Okay, are you understanding? That means what I have done is,
Yes, ma'am.
ये फॉरवर्ड है, ये फॉरवर्ड को ही आपको अगर और ऐड करना है तो उसका कोड इधर दिया है. ओके, इज दिस अंडरस्टूड?
Yes.
एनी डाउट?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.